At 7, South Florida underwater and bracing for more rain tonight. We have teams on the ground monitoring hard-hit areas.
And take a look at this, a dramatic scene as entire streets are submerged, cars seen stalled with water reaching up to their windows.
You can see what it was like for some people behind the wheel. This driver tried to navigate through water and pass by stranded cars in Surfside.
Heavy rain transformed streets into rivers. State Farm reports receiving over 300 auto claims already just related to the flooding. We spoke to a man who tried to get to his car in Northeast Miami-Dade.
It's right there where the entrance where my apartment was. The waters were up this way, up to here.
No way.
I'm not kidding you. And it's a couple cars stranded over there right at the entrance right now. And I'm freaking out, because yesterday it was like, how do I get around here,
In the midst of the flooding, rescue teams are performing heroic acts to save people. This video from Chopper 4 shows the moment crews carefully pulled a woman out of her car. Tow truck drivers are also working to retrieve stranded vehicles.
Looked like a beginning to a zombie movie, just cars littered everywhere on top of sidewalks, in the median, in the middle of the street, no lights on. I was out probably all day, and then out probably till 3 in the morning. Probably took maybe, I don't even know, maybe like 25, 30 cars out of the water.
Our drone 4 footage reveals the extent of flooding in this North Miami neighborhood. Residents face significant challenges as they try to maneuver through water. Our team coverage begins with our next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler standing by.
But let's start things off with next weather chief meteorologist and hurricane specialist Ivan Cabrera for details on the latest warnings. Ivan?
Guys, yeah, look behind you. It looks better, right, on radar perspective right now. I think we're faring much better than, the forecast was this morning. Now, we still have, I think, another hour before we can get the main line out of here, but it's a huge break in between. So we're looking at this little pocket here that is just disconnected from the main line here from the northeast to the southwest. Now, there's still some rainfall here, and we'll talk about that because we do have some good downpours here. Now, the flash flood warning till 8 o'clock. This goes from Pompano Beach all the way down to Miami. Remember, that was extended just about an hour ago from Aventura down to the south. But as you take a look at the radar perspective, across the northern edge of this flash flood warning, there's just some light rainfall right now, some drizzle falling. That's excellent news. And notice there's not much behind it here, so that looks good. This little pocket of heavy weather is now moving through Miami as well, and that's going to add probably another ½ inch to as much as an inch of rainfall. But that also is moving out nicely to the north and east. So we're about another 20 minutes before this ejects out, and it'll likely clip Aventura as well with some moderate rainfall as we see it right now. There is the flash flood warning, and look at Key Biscayne there with some lightning offshore there, and that continues also to lift out to the north and east. But we look to see if there's any redevelopment out behind these storms, and right now we're catching a nice break in between here. But notice there's some activity down to the south and west, and so we have to get through that. And because the movement is not directly, southeast, there's a good easterly component. I think there is the potential for this cluster that you see here to work its way in over the next few hours. So we're certainly not out of the woods as far as the potential for heavy rainfall. In fact, I'll show you that on Rain Tracker so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. You can see the disconnect, though. This is the batch I'm concerned about. I don't think there's going to be redevelopment there as we take a look at it now. And look at Rain Tracker doing a fantastic job of keeping up with what's going on, depicting that break there, with a couple of showers about to move in. And then as we put this in motion, watch the clock between 8 and 9 o'clock. There is some involvement here, right, in the areas that have been hardest hit. So once that loop comes again, you'll be able to see it. There is the movement south and east, but all the while, these clusters of heavier showers are likely to move through. So